on various animals, you know, kind of fixing them up. And he thought, that's where I want to go. I'm going to go to Africa. So he headed to Africa in 1985 to Kenya, where I'm from. And he ended up being offered a job in Ethiopia. And his original vision had been, you know, that he would be working in the open savannas with acacia trees sort of dotted around. And actually, he ended up in the beautiful landscape of the Bali Mountains, studying the Ethiopian wolf. When he was there, he realized that this amazing animal actually was in a lot of trouble, and that just doing research on it was not going to conserve it for the long term. And so in 1994, he founded the Ethiopian Wolf Program, and he is the director of that. He is also the deputy director of Wild Crew in Oxford. He is the chair of the Canid Specialist Group. And according to his team at his base camp, there's a tiny little hut there with a very basic bed in it. And that's Claudio's favorite place in the world. He loves just to be there alone, put out his sleeping bag. I also love the fact that he uses Ethiopian ponies to do a lot of his conservation work. That resonates with us because of the Grevy's zebra being in the same equid family. And Ethiopia is also home to 3 populations, albeit small, of Grevy's zebra, and used to be part of a large part of their range historically. So on the one hand, you've got Claudio of the bush, and I think that's his true nature. On the other hand, you've got this very well-dressed professor in Oxford, and it's these wonderful personalities, these multiple traits of his that come together, and he is really an amazing conservationist. He's working really hard, he's passionate, he recognizes that local people are absolutely integral to the work there for the survival of the wolves into the future. And so it's my great honor to introduce my friend and colleague, Dr. Claudio Sillero.
Thank you, Belinda. It's a real pleasure to be back in San Francisco and presenting to you. I'm going to talk about the rarest of the rarest canids in the world, but also the most threatened carnivore in Africa. But also would like to talk about people and the people that is involved to enable us to protect the Ethiopian wolves. And sometimes I wonder what is the general level of knowledge of people about Ethiopia. So I like to remind ourselves of how far back humanity goes in Ethiopia, which is undoubtedly the cradle of humanity. Lucy, our